to our first part of our review and setup guide of the Corp billet reloading press. This is one massive press. Just to show you guys, it's a Lee breech lock challenger press. Look at the size difference. Look at the handle thickness. It's just a massive press. This thing weighs in at 7.5 kilograms. Okay. I've got a list printed out of all the features of this press. You need a list because there's a lot. Okay. This press is CNC machined from 608 to aluminium. The ram and the side shafts here are hard crimped. There's sealed bearings on all the linkages. The ram guide runs on vesconite bushings here. The ram itself has a brass bushing here. The die receiver is made of steel. This die receiver accepts normal dies and the large series dies. There's a hard stop on the ram. There's no play. There's a bit of play in the desk, but there's no play in the machine. Okay. The frame opening is 120 millimeters, so you can load up to 338 Lapua on this press. It's got a secure locking shell holder here. You use your normal press shell holders, the universal shell holders from any manufacturer will fit in here. And it's securely locked here, so there's no play on your shell holder also. The press is anodized. Look at this nice coloring here. It's just a beautiful press. It's got a full ram primer disposal, so when you decap your old primers will collect in this bottle here. You could probably add a bigger bottle if you want to, but it ships with the press. There is no play, I mean no play on this ram. This ram guide here secures this with the vesconite bushings and the brass bushing here on the ram itself. That there's no play in this press. This thing is super solid. Alright, the ram to frame fit here is precise. This ram guide ensures a perfect fit with the frame of the press. This combined with a hard stop will make this one of the most precise presses you will ever use. Plus, the press comes with a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects or workmanship. This is a winner so far. Let's have a closer look at the rest of the press. Let's look at the handle and the linkage of this press. Your handle, it's a massive handle. This thing is heavy. You've got this really comfortable ball grip on top here that's embossed with a Corp logo here, which is a very nice touch. The linkage of this press, it's all CNC machined 608 to aluminium. It's got sealed bearings on here on all the moving parts. You can see here also the linkage is just super strong. The ram on this press is amazing. You can see it's quite a chunky ram, and that's what you need when you want precision. With the ram guide, this thing is precise. The ram also features primer disposal through the ram. So if you decap, your old primers will collect in the ram, go through this little pipe here into this bottle here. So it's easy to get rid of your old primers. It's just, this ram is just, and I wonder if you can hear that. That's the vesconite bushings doing their job. Okay. You got your steel die adapter on top here that can accept the normal dies and your large series dies. There's no play here. There's no play here. You can use any reloading dies that you want. Me personally, I would go with the best precision dies that I can get with this press. Now, let's look at the shell holder adapter here. You've got, let's take it apart here. This thing is so nicely machined. Every time I look at this press, there's some new engineering thing that just makes me excited. So you got your lock ring, you've got your shell holder adapter. Now if you take your normal shell holder on the bottom, press shell holder, that will fit in there. And you will just fit that back on there, and you'll take your lock ring, orientate the shell holder the way you want to load it, what's comfortable for you. And then you turn your lock ring And I'm using one of these express shell holders to show you that there is no play on the shell holder. Once this is locked in place, and it only needs to be hand tightened, you don't need any tools or anything like that, there's no play on the shell holder. That combined with the no play on the ram is going to make this press such a good precision press. Okay, let's talk about mounting this press. This press weighs 7.5 kgs, so it's a heavy old press. You need to mount this securely. I've mounted here on my desk here so that later in the next part we're going to have more people around this press, so I needed the space. So we're not doing this in my usual spot where we do videos. So I mounted it on the desk here. This is a solid desk, but you can still see there's a bit of flex. So you need to mount this press on a solid bench. Now, the press is mounted with 4 M10 cap screws that is supplied with the press. When you mount the press, just be careful. You've got the ram through disposal unit here. Make sure that clears so that you don't knock that into your workbench or anything like that or damage it. I doubt that's going to get damaged because that's also one of those things. Remember I said earlier, I keep looking at this press and there's engineering here that's just amazing. I mean, this is not something that's fitted here. This is machined here. It's amazing. So the press needs to be mounted solidly. You need a solid workbench for it. Billet Corp supplies you 4 M10 cap screws. That's the only one it's designed to work with it. Don't go use any other bolts. So mount it solidly, use washers. Everything's supplied for you to mount the press. Just when you mount it, make sure that your ram through the disposal unit clears and doesn't get stuck underneath your workbench. Okay. Once you've got your press mounted, now you need to lubricate this press. When you get this press, it's gonna be tight. Remember, this is a precision press. Everything is fitted precisely. So it's gonna be tight in the beginning. Now, what you need to do is you need to lubricate the press. I would use a good gun oil on this press. Don't use Polystyrol, don't use Q20, don't use WD-40, don't use those types of lubes. Use a good gun oil. Gun oils are made to work hard in a gun, so they're going to work nicely here. So what I've done is I've put a bit of gun oil on the ram guides, the side shafts here, and on the ram. That's the only place you need to lubricate this press. And you will notice immediately once you've lubricated it, the press will loosen up a little bit and will move easier. So just a tiny amount of lube here. I can take my fingers on here and you won't see oil there. Don't put too much oil on this press. Okay. The next thing you're going to have to do is you have to install your through ram disposal bottle key here to catch all your old primers. It's a nicely engineered part. This part here especially it's amazingly engineered. So just a pipe that fits on there. Just like that. Just squeeze the pipe on there. You could, if you're going to be decapping a lot of brass, you could just extend the pipe or something like that into a bucket to collect more primers. But it will all collect in this little bottle. You could probably add a bigger bottle on here also. And that's just a safe way to dispose of any old primers. Next thing to do is when you set up the press is to install your shell holder. I showed you this a little bit earlier. Let's just have a look at it again. This is not something you buy in a shop. This is machined for this press. Okay. Same with your shell holder adapter. I don't know if you can see that properly. Your shell holder and the back of your shell holder where it normally fits into the press. Your other presses. Just put it in there, secure it there, line it up how you want to work. If you're loading from this side, however you want to work, and then just the lock ring back in, and it's secured 100%. There's no play, no movement, nothing. Well, the next thing you are going to do when you set up your press is you're going to install your reloading dies. Like I said, it will work with any normal size dies, normal threading dies, and it will also work with the large series dies. Your choice in dies you want to use with the press, anything that's going to work for you. Like I said previously, I think the best dies that you can get is going to give you the results that you can get from this press. This is a precision press. I would suggest using the best dies you can afford. Easy to install, just follow your normal die setups from all your manufacturers. There's no special trick on this press, it's just normal. Install the dies, set them as the manufacturer said, test them, start loading. Okay, so this press I don't think is going to be bought by a beginner reloader. This is going to be for experienced reloader. So we're not going to go into die setup and things like that. If you buy this press, you know exactly what you do. Follow your manufacturer's instructions on your die setups and things like that. Now, when you get this press, you need to do a bit of maintenance every now and again. So just a bit of oil on the oil points that I showed you, the side shafts and the ram, and that's basically it. Now also remember, this is anodizing. This black and red here is anodized. It's not powder coated or anything like that, it's anodized. Anodizing sometimes can look a bit dull, but just a bit of oil on it will bring out the shine again for you. So maintenance wise, quite easy. Keep it clean, just keep these shafts and this ram, just a little bit of oil. And then enjoy your press. I think if you buy this press, you will be surprised in the quality that you get here. This thing is super solid. In the next part of this review, we are going to get an experienced reloader to come in here and compare his reloading and give his thoughts on this press. So look out for that part. But in the meantime, I just want to say to Ryan from Billet Corp, well done, Boet. This is amazing. You've done an excellent job here. For Oakie that makes a couple of bullets, you're actually a clever oak.